Hey guys, welcome to Manchester United, welcome to another video. And today I wanted to talk about some inquiries that people have been, telling me about, and that is like, well, Manchester United, Barcelona are looking for a more, physical kind of midfielder, and they are looking for a very, very box to box center midfielder. That's what it's been rumored, and I get that. Trust me, I do. I've heard the rumors. I try to be as informed as I can of Barcelona. That I don't comment everything that happens. It doesn't mean that I haven't seen it. And if you guys, by the way, want to get more informed about this kind of stuff, leave it in the comment section. For one, if you want me to make a video about it, and second, go into my Twitter, especially because from time to time I do comment this kind of stuff that I don't see that it's worth it making a video about it, but worth mentioning. And in my Twitter, you can see it in the description below. You'll be able to get some news that way as well. But in terms of consideration, yes, Barcelona have been rumored to want a physical kind of midfielder. But yet my question is, how is it that we've been rumored to be looking for a box-to-box physical midfielder, and the midfielder that we've been rumored the most has been Fabian Ruiz? Because Fabian Ruiz, although he can give you some defensive output, physically he is nothing special. I would say actually Riqui Puig has more physicality in him, and we already have two midfielders that are way more physical than Fabian Ruiz in Ivan Rakitic and Arturo Vidal. So it doesn't make sense that we're rumored with a physical midfielder, and again we're rumored with a midfielder we were rumored the most is Fabian Ruiz. And I think Fabian Ruiz is an absolutely world-class center midfielder. I was so excited when we were rumored with Ruiz back in, I believe, 2018, that we were rumored with Fabian Ruiz. He had a really good season. We guess at the end, his first season, we guess at the end was absolutely fantastic. That Betis side played really, really well. It was really nice seeing that team play. But the thing is that, is it really the profile of play that we need? We already have Riqui Puig. We already have the likes of, Frenkie de Jong, Artur Melo, even Carles Ariñá. We have Alex Collado, Monchu. They're all pretty similar in the type of midfielders that they are. They're all midfielders that are gonna help you transition the ball forward. They're all midfielders that at least we have three of them that I know have the potential to be some of the best players in the world in that role, which is Frenkie de Jong, Artur, and Riqui Puig. And we have Ariñá and Collado, who I think are two players that can be perfectly usable in those positions. Maybe not starters, but players to come from the bench and make an impact, definitely. So my consideration is, and this is gonna be, the theme of this video is, if Barcelona are really considering a player like Fabian Ruiz, why don't we, instead of signing Fabian Ruiz for 60 to 80 million, let's go ahead and sign Santi Cazorla for free. His contract is ending in 2020. I haven't heard anything about him wanting to retire. Apparently he wants 2 more seasons before he retires. And to be honest, I think Santi Cazorla, if you're looking for a short-term for a short-term solution, and you really want a profile like Fabian Ruiz, because maybe you don't think Riqui Puig is going to be ready physically, maybe you need one more of those kind of center midfielders, then go ahead and sign Santi Cazorla. Because I think Santi Cazorla will pretty much enjoy having one stint at winning big trophies in his career. He knows that he can't play every single minute of every single game. He's right now, he's 35. I think that he would enjoy pretty much being at Barcelona. Maybe getting to play with Messi, just the emotion of playing at somewhere like Camp Nou. And there's been rumors that he wants to join up with Mikel Arteta at Arsenal as part of the coaching staff. And that could be perfectly fine, but hey, he's on a free, and he's one of the best center midfielders in La Liga. If he was 25, this guy will be more expensive than Fabian Ruiz because he's that good. He can give you defensive contribution, not a crazy number, but he already, when he was at Arsenal, he was one of the best. He was their best midfielder, I think, that I can remember. Ozil was inconsistent. Like overall, the midfielders at Arsenal were inconsistent enough. Santi Cazorla always seemed to be the player, to fix problems at Arsenal. And I feel that, even if we're not considering a player Fabian Ruiz and we want to bring another centre midfielder, maybe like Camavinga, who is a bit more physical and can give you a lot of defensive work and pressuring up high the pitch, Santi Cazorla on a free needs to be a consideration. Like, his wage is probably not going to be that high. He's going to give you probably 1 or 2 more seasons of just a spectacular talent, maybe an impact sub coming off the bench. Like his quality, his technique, we already seen it this season. He scored an amazing goal this season. Like, his dribbling in midfield is so good. Like, I think that honestly Santi Cazorla needs to be a player that we consider. And you guys know that I'm not one to sign players over 30. I'm not in that kind of mold, but if we're considering signing a player like Fabian Ruiz, let's not spend 60 to 100 million euros in Fabian Ruiz. Let's sign Santi Cazorla on a free, and let's try to develop the likes of Riqui Puig maybe into that 60 to 100 million player, because that's what Riqui Puig is. Riqui Puig, what is Riqui Puig? Riqui Puig is basically Santi Cazorla, but younger. Like, Santi Cazorla, I remember when he was Riqui Puig's age, he was pretty much the same. He was a really small player. He was, he didn't seem fit that he was going to be able to play in Primera División. And then he showed that with just his technique and just, being able to protect the ball better with his body, just adapt, just have a better shot on him. He improved in that role and he became one of the best central midfielders in the world, winning the 2 Euros that Spain won during that time. Unfortunately, he couldn't be in the World Cup squad due to a hernia injury, but he has done it all. He has been a journeyman whatever he's been, and he's been always one of the best players, the most differential players. Arsenal missed one of the main problems that Arsenal had in their deterioration is that they weren't able to get the most out of Santi Cazorla. If they were able to still have a player like Santi Cazorla in their team, that will fix so many problems at Arsenal right now. Even with a 35-year-old, Cazorla will fix so many problems because he's that kind of player. Because he will pretty much do any role from the second, third onwards. Like, he can be a left midfielder, he can be a creative central midfielder, he can be a number 10, he can fill in a double pivot. Actually, in a double pivot, probably the best partner for Frenkie de Jong would be Santi Cazorla, a player that, is going to help a bit in the creation, and that will allow Frenkie de Jong from time to time to drive with the ball forward. So I think that's going to, it just gives us a lot of tactical flexibility. It gives any manager the flexibility to do so. And I believe that if we have Quique Setién or Xavi or Koeman or something like that, Santi Cazorla will be the perfect player because he will adapt to anything that the manager requires out of him. Again, on a free, a player like this, that is going to give us 2 years to prepare someone else, someone that we already have, like Riqui Puig, like having the best Artur, like having the best Frenkie de Jong. Maybe if we were in Camavinga, give him enough time to be able to develop into that elite central midfielder. Like, let's go ahead and consider a player like Santi Cazorla. Like, these are the kind of things that you have to consider bargain options. Like, if you want to bring in, a forward that it's more physical, that's going to give you, more ability in the air, don't go ahead and sign maybe someone like Arkadiusz Milik, although I think he's a fantastic striker, because he's not going to start, and if he's not going to start, he's going to be uncomfortable because Suarez is going to be starting pretty much all the games. You go ahead and consider a move for Olivier Giroud, who is going on a free again. So you need to take kind of those bargain signings from time to time, and Santi Cazorla could perfectly be the 12, 13 man. And if we are really considering for a physical center midfielder, renew one of Arturo Vidal or Rakitic, sell the other, and keep them. Honestly, my opinion, if you really want a physical center midfielder, and maybe like if you want to sign Camavinga and give him time to develop, keep Arturo Vidal. Like, he's perfect for what you need. He's a player that, the thing is that he demands a lot of game time that I don't think we should give him. But if he can understand that, hey, you're going to be playing pretty much from the bench, you're going to be starting about 30% of the game of the season. If he can understand that, if the one that we keep can understand that, it's a player that already knows the club, that's adapted, that we don't have to pay any transfer fee. And if the most we're going to get for them is 15 to 20 million euros a piece, then I'd rather renew them and get 2 to 3 more seasons out of them. Like, get all that they have left in the tank. So I think that's the best way to go. a player like Cazorla is pretty much Fabian Ruiz. If you had to tell me who's better individually, like just purely on performances this season, I would struggle saying who's better between Fabian Ruiz and Santi Cazorla. Like, if you forget their age, you just focus on what they are right now as a player, they both perform at a pretty similar level this season. Obviously, Fabian Ruiz throughout time is going to be able to give you more years because he's younger, and Santi Cazorla is very old. But in terms of what he is right now and what he will be in 2 seasons, he's a player that's not going to demand to start. He's a player that's going to be probably he's going to have a lot of hope, a lot of enthusiasm to join Barcelona to, finally win some big trophies, maybe challenge for La Liga titles, for Champions League titles, for Copa del Rey titles. Like, he will come here with an illusion to give 100% to, finish the latter stage of his career at a club like Barcelona. But anyways, that was my thoughts on the situation. What would you think? Do you think that we should sign Santi Cazorla? Do you think that he's a player that we should consider, or do you think that we should go for our physical midfielder, maybe keep Arturo Vidal Rakitic, sign Fabian Ruiz, Camavinga? Like, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.